Happy Wednesday. Okay, I'm going to get right into it because today the work that I think you're going to be doing is going to be a little bit more fine-tuned and maybe possibly a little bit challenging. So let's just go back while I'm getting ready to share my screen here and review a little bit of what I think you guys have done so far this week. I think you made a list of the things that you think you know a lot about. And then I think you took one of those things and you developed some ideas that you think you know about that topic. So I know a lot about dogs, and this is all the stuff I'm going to say about it. I know a lot about raising a family. These are all the things I think I know a lot about. I know a lot about running, and these are the things I think I know about running. Over the course of 2 days, I think you might have noticed, for me at least, that I know a lot about dogs and raising a dog, but I don't really know a lot about raising a family. And I think I feel more connected to this running thing. So now I want to develop this sort of beginning stages of making a informational text for readers by coming up with what I believe is a table of contents. Now, table of contents, please listen very carefully, can be structured in such a way that the information that you're going to lay out in your book will be one of 3 different, I'm only going to give you 3. There might be others, but I'm only going to give you 3 today. One way that you might lay out the information is in your book is with boxes and bullets. And what that means is one chapter, the box, as you've been learning and reading, is going to be clothing. And then everything that you teach in that chapter is all about clothing. One chapter is routes and tracking mileage, and then everything you teach is going to be routes and tracking mileage. One chapter is going to be challenges, and everything that you think you know about the challenges of running, the pros and cons. One chapter might be, I'm going to, preparing for a marathon. Okay, so that I believe is one of what would likely be the easiest, most straightforward, direct ways of structuring your book. This is the information I'm going to teach you about. Here's the information. Here's something I'm going to teach you about. Here's the information. Okay. The second one, same topics, it's clothing, routes, challenges, preparing for a marathon, what to do before and after, can be set up like a problem and then a solution. The problem is what's going into your chapter title. The solution is what you're going to teach. So my problem, I'm going back to clothing, but I'm going to structure it in such a way that my problem is I don't know what to wear. It's too hot or too cold. My whole chapter is going to be about that. Next chapter, it was routes and tracking mileage. Oh, well, there are so many places to run and I don't really know where to begin. Chapter 3, it might be challenges, the pros and cons. Maybe for me, I'm going to set up my chapter title as I'm so worried about injuries and dehydration and poor nutrition. Maybe those are the challenges that I'm going to address. The next one, preparing for a marathon. The problem is I never had enough guts to run a marathon. Here's the solution. And the last one, the problem is, what to do before and after. So the problem is, all right, so I stretched, but now that I've run, I'm really sore. Okay, so I think that your table of contents is still going at clothing, routes, challenges, preparing for a marathon, and what to do before and after, but I'm structuring my book as if my chapter title is going to lay out a problem and my solution is going to be everything that is going to be in that chapter. The last one, we have boxes and bullets, which is probably the most common. We have problem and solution, which is going to be also like if you're writing about how to take care of your little brother or your little sister, well, that could be, here's a problem. Your little brother is getting into things. Here's a solution. Here's a problem. Your little brother doesn't want to eat that food. Here's a solution. Here's a little problem. Your little brother's crying. Here's a solution. You know what I mean? So it could be structured that way. The last one is question and answer. So maybe the first thing that we talked about, remember, it's clothing. Now I'm going to do it as, is it too hot or too cold? Too hot or too cold? What should I wear? Okay. And then I'll change that. Sorry. Trying to get into shape. Maybe my second one was routes for tracking mileage. Well, maybe I'm going to structure that as trying to get into shape. Maybe these are meaning not physical fitness, shape for running. You know, here are some routes that you might want to try. Maybe it's the challenges, right? Maybe I'm going to set that up as what if I'm scared to try? Maybe that's a big challenge for you. Maybe it's preparing for a marathon. Maybe, well, how do you run 26 miles anyway? And I'm not sure what this one is. This one's not really, I'm not sure if that's really fitting in. And here's the last one. It was what to do before and after. Maybe my last one is, ouch, I'm stiff. Can you help? Or, you know, I'm stiff. What do I do? Maybe I'll change that. What do I do? Now, I'm still like grappling with all this. I don't have everything completely put together yet. And I don't expect that you would either, because let's face it, when you're first getting started on something, if I can figure out how to fix this, there we go. If you're just getting started on something, you're just banging stuff out. I don't want you to spend more than today, but I do want you to try different structures for your table of contents, because the different structures in your table of contents are going to warrant different structures in your writing. You have to think about your dog. What are you teaching us all about football? So maybe all about football is boxes and bullets. Are you teaching how to, you know, something like how to make a taco? You know, maybe it's question and answer. You have some taco meat, what should you do with it? Should you use a seasoning packet, or should you put your own mixture of things in? You know, there's so many possibilities to structure your informational piece. And so I think that understanding and practicing and trying out some of these different structures for setting up your table of contents is going to help you better define how you're going to, or at least better explore the different ways that you might set up your informational piece. Okay. So I'm here if you need me. If you're in school, yippee-i-o-ki-yay. If you're at home, I will see you soon. And we're going to get this stuff done. Okay. I hope you're all having a really great day.